Since I was born, I was taught by the entire family that I had that England was the most horrible place to ever live in. The people that lived in that country were horrible people, and they should not be acquainted with. My great-great-great-great-grandfather got knighted by Napoleon in 1809, so that's 211 years ago. And throughout my childhood, Waterloo, slideshows. At the age of 7, I received a 700-page book about the history of Napoleon. I'd been taught that France was wonderful and England was horrible. That was my childhood. On top of that, my father had a military background. He did the French army. And I was there, a little Frenchman living in Paris. French people can be decent people. And I was very happy in France. And I had one thing that I did quite well. I managed to get thrown out by the age of 10 out of 3 schools, which I thought was quite a good effort. And my dad said, look, yes, our family hates England, but I go there for business. And one day he brought me back a postcard, which I remember very vividly, and he says, look, honestly, we're tired of you being thrown out of all these schools. If ever you do not start working and get your brains into gear, we're going to send you to these kind of schools. And he showed me this little postcard with this little dude with the funny hat and the little socks and the little shorts. And he goes, we're going to send you to the country the entire family that's brought you up absolutely loathe and detest. So you better start working. For some reason, we decide to move to Spain. Then Spain, that's even better than France. The food is great, the people are great, the weather's fantastic. I do the one thing that I'm good at, is football. I'm a little child, play football, I'm in a co-ed school. It's just absolutely perfect. But the thing is, in a French mind of my father, you can't learn and have fun. So he said, well, this can't be right. I'm going to send you to England. So there I was, a little 12 blonde-year-old kid who'd been selected by Real Betis to play football under the sun, eat good food, and have a co-ed school. They sent me on the 13th of September 1990 to a parallel world. They sent me to a British military school. I arrive in this place. I have 6 or 7 bags. I have no idea what's going on. I only speak French and Spanish. They send me to an English school. I'd been in Spain. It was beautiful weather. They sent me to England. I had a wonderful mum who cooked incredibly well. They sent me to an English school. I had jelly on the first day. There were bits of plastic in it. It was hideous. Then they say, right, we're going to send you to this school, and maybe one day you'll decide that it would be a good thing for you to learn, that it's good to learn at school. So you'll decide to come back to Spain, and then you can be in our family. But as you know, as an arrogant little teenager, I thought, no, I'm going to prove everyone wrong. But the problem is that when you do not speak English, and you are in a military school who absolutely detest all the people that are French, it is very difficult. So here I was, at the age of 13, and I was like, this is my absolute nightmare. And one of the teachers was a Reverend Spriggs, Reverend John Spriggs. And he said, look, you're going to die here. In 6 weeks, they're going to just bully you, they're going to thump you, they're going to do whatever you want. So there's a few options here. You can either be funny, you can either bully people, but given my size, I thought, right, that's one option I'm not going to go into. So I have to be funny, but I don't speak the language. It's a bit of a tricky one. And you can be good at sports. I thought I can sort of do that. But the only sports they did was first term rugby, second term hockey, third term cricket. The only sport I knew how to play was football. And they said, yeah, but the good thing, we're a military school, so we don't play football here. So I had no idea what to do. And he said, look, I'll give you one hint. He was a missionary. He learned 10 languages. And he had a technique, which was, he gave me what, I don't know how old you are in here, but these little tape recorders with these little tiny little tapes that reporters used to have. And he gave me that, and he goes, wherever you go, stay here. Wherever you go, record everything that happens. And I recorded everything that happened. And suddenly, after 6 months, after a year and a half, my little French accent from the problem became the problem. And then things starting going a little bit better day by day. So there's no more here, but now I speak English to our children. And no later than 2 years ago, I was in a pub here in Singapore, and there was the Six Nations, France against England. England was playing. It was in the Boomerang bar. And I was sitting at the bar, and a guy goes, bloody French. And I go, I know, I bloody hate the frogs. And I got a free pint. Happy days.